What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we are doing LEDs. We are LED everything. If you watched and been following my videos, we just recently did a quick video installing LED backup lights on the Duramax. I talked then about maybe throwing some LED lights and everything else. Decided I can get these things cheap enough, literally buy them in bulk, every generic brand known to mankind off of eBay, dirt cheap. Why not just change them out? I was holding off because I've been debating doing aftermarket headlights or tail lights. But in the meantime, while I try and figure out what the hell I want to do, we're just going to change them out. If you guys haven't already done it, you should definitely consider swapping everything out with LEDs, guys. They draw less, they last longer, and they're so much brighter. People may preach to you, you need name brand stuff, go with the name brand. Guys, all I run are generic stuff, and I have never had an issue with anything yet. Everything has lasted. I'm running them even all over in the Chevelle, and they've lasted for years now without issue. Guys, you can see I've run in every style, brand, kind, just about everything you can imagine or find out there on eBay, every possible Chinese knockoff, and I haven't had any issues with any of them. Some of them are, of course, a little bit brighter than others. You can see they're all different styles. Some of them got more LEDs than others, but they've been without issue nonetheless. I can get them cheap enough, like I said, on eBay, that even if I'm unhappy with the ones I get, I just buy a few more and no issues. So these are the ones we got going for the Duramax. Guys, we got some tail lights and brake lights that we're going to swap out. These are exact same style as what you watched us put in with the backup lights. These are another generic brand. These are actually the exact same brand. These are going to go in for the front and do the marker lights, turn signal lights. I already opened these ones. As you can see, they're all the exact same style. I like them because they kind of got that magnifier in the front. So worked out well with the backup lights. They are extremely bright. Not that I'm a proponent of one brand or another. Like I just said, I've had nothing but success with pretty much everything I've been running. So that's what we got going today, guys. Probably won't go into a whole lot of in-depth because you've already seen me take out the tail lights. If you can't figure that out, there's only a couple screws that hold those things in, a couple clips. Come out real fast and simple. The front will be a little more difficult because we got to pull the grill in the Silverado to get to the headlights and get those things out of there. Just take a little bit more time. Other than that, it's a quick, simple install. So real quick, I'll go over a little overview of what we've done in the Chevelle, guys. Everything in this thing is LED. I've done a few videos with the Chevelle, not a whole lot. I promise there's more to come. Let's see if you guys can see this all right. As you can see, I've swapped out everything in the dash with blue LEDs. Match the car. So much brighter than the factory stuff that come in these old cars. Also done the side markers. These are all generic LEDs, taillights. Unfortunately, I can't do a comparison because they've already been swapped out, and they have been for quite some time. Super happy with them though. Like I said, these things have been running for years in here without issue. I guess I can switch them on real quick. We've even got LED halos in this thing. Pop those on and check it out. But yeah, guys, if you haven't swapped everything out to LED, you should definitely consider doing it. Like I said, for what they want, for the cost of the things in the box store, you can literally buy them in bulk on Amazon and eBay and have nothing but success with them, I'm sure. And there are the LED halos on the Chevelle. Sorry, this is the best footage I can get of this thing today, guys. The weather is not cooperating. It's been really wet, and this girl does not come out in the rain. Way too much chrome to try and keep her clean. She is a fair weather beast. Like I said, guys, if you haven't watched the other video, go and check it out. You got two screws holding that in, a couple clips, pops right on out. As you can see, there is the LED backup light we put in. Like I said, it looks real similar to the tail lights and brake lights we're going to pop in here. Hopefully we can get a decent comparison, guys. I know it's not dark out. There's your factory bulb, of course. Literally unplug it. plug right in. It's as quick and simple as that. Get the other one swapped out. We'll see if we can compare them to the other side, which we will leave the factory lights in real quick and see if we can get a decent comparison even though it's daylight out here. See, hopefully that turns out well. You guys can see them in the housing there. There's the backup light. So let's turn them on and see what they look like. There they are, guys. Takes all of 2 minutes to swap those out. Hopefully this shows up as good in the video as it does out here, even in daylight. These things are 2 to 3 times brighter than those factory lights. I absolutely could not be happier with them. And like I said, they cost about 12 bucks for a pair of these, and you can get different styles even a little bit cheaper than that. You can't beat it. Compare it to the other side, which we have not changed out yet. See if we can get them both in there. So much brighter. It's absolutely a night and day difference. But like I said, guys, if you haven't swapped them out yet, you should definitely consider it. Check out the backup light install video. I did that at night, so you can definitely see a good difference in the dark with those. Definitely worth your time and money to swap out to the LEDs. So I'll go ahead and do the other side real quick. We'll check that out and then we will step up front. There we are, guys, with both sides all swapped over to the LEDs. Definitely worth the 2 minutes it took to swap those out and the $24 investment. Okay, guys, here we are back up front now that we got the LEDs all done in the back. You can see these are the bulbs we're changing out next with those amber LEDs. You can see I've already done, a lot of people do LEDs in the headlights. I've already converted these over to HID bulbs, low beam and high beam, so we're just going to swap out these for the LEDs. First, in order to get to those, we got to get the grill yanked out, and then I will show you guys how to actually get the headlight out. So first thing you need to do is pop these 4 pins right out of the top here. Plastic clips, get those out, and then we can go from there. Okay, as you guys can already see, I've pulled 3 of these push pins out of this cover real quick. I just want to show you, like everything else, they sell a tool for it, but what I found works really good is just get a 90-degree pick. Literally just pop that thing right out of there and pull it right on out of the hole. Then once you get the cover loose, you can pull the thing all the way off if you want. I don't feel the need to. It's under each side. You got a 10mm bolt, one there, one there, one there, and the one there. So we'll get those 4 10mm out, and then we can go ahead and pull the grill out so we can get the headlights out. That's the worst part about this job, just that you have to take the time to yank the grill out to get the headlights out of here. Alright, guys, just pulling that last of the 4 10mm bolts out of here, and then we'll go ahead and get the grill yanked out of here. Just a piece of foam, prop that cover up out of my way. That the grill comes out, you guys can see it's just got a bunch of push pins, clips all along there, hold them in place. Have That's all there is to moving it. Okay guys, so now that we got the grill out of the way, we can go ahead and try and get the headlight out of here. Real quick, you got two up top. You got a 10mm here, you got a 10mm here, and we got one more hiding on the bottom side of the headlight here that I'll show you as soon as we get these two pulled out. Okay, now you can see we've got those two 10mm bolts out of the way. Got the headlight good and loose, but it's still not going to come out because you got one more hiding. Hopefully you guys can see this if I can get the camera up in there. Got one more hiding right there. Get that out of there, then we can get the headlight pulled out. So now that I got all three of those bolts out, I'm not even going to pull this thing all the way out because I don't need to. I just pull it out enough and get my hand right back in here and get these sockets unplugged. Just like that, we can access the bulbs and swap them out. But if you want to pull the headlight completely out, it'll come. That's really all there is to it. Just like the rear, they just twist right on out of there. Go ahead and swap out the bulbs with the LEDs, give them a test, and then we'll put it back together. Just because it takes a few minutes to get these things all yanked out, let's go ahead and test them real quick before we take the time to put it back together. As you can see, both of them are working, so we'll just go ahead and get them plugged back in here. Put it back together, and then we'll do a quick comparison with the other side before I go ahead and replace those. There's the LEDs on that side. There's the standard bulbs on this side. So here we are, just got the headlight put back into place so we can get a good comparison. As you can see, the left side is considerably brighter than the right side. Just like the taillights, there's a big difference between the LEDs and the old standard bulbs. So we'll go ahead and get that side tore apart, get it replaced, and we'll put the grill back in, and this project will be complete. So real quick side note, you guys, as I failed to mention on the other side, you have your two 10mm bolts, hold them up here. You've got the one hiding right back down here, which you can access from the back side there. I didn't say anything about it because mine are all busted off, but you actually have one more. If you're pulling these out of your factory truck for the first time, you've got one more right here. As you can see, mine's busted off right there with a plastic clip connector, so you'd have to pull that one too if yours is not broken to get your headlight to come out. Another issue I wanted to point out to you guys that you will not have with the LED bulbs, as you can see, every single one of these, old coating, it's hot, brittle, literally flaking right off. Every single one of them is like that. And then you end up having all that junk floating around up here in your headlight housing up there. You got to try and get it all out. So, minor issue, drives my OCD nuts. One less thing to ever have to deal with these LED bulbs. As you can see, we've got both sides swapped out now. Everything's working properly as it should and is twice as bright as it used to be. So we'll go ahead and get that grill thrown back in there. get the grill back in place, you can look right through here. You want to make sure you got those clips lined up with their respective holes so you're not pushing on, forcing on anything that's going to bust off on you. And you just start snapping it right back into place. As you can see, once you get it all snapped back in there, all your 10mm bolt holes will line right back up. So you go ahead and get those back in place, and you're as good as done. And of course, do not forget to put all your push pins back in there. Just like that, she's buttoned back up. Unfortunately, this is not near as quick and simple as the tail light removal is, but it's still not that terrible of a job. Real quick, you can see, do a quick walk around. We've got the LEDs all around now. Super bright, super inexpensive, relatively quick and easy. I highly recommend you guys swap your bulbs to the LEDs. Anyway, hope this video is helpful. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Promise there's more to come. Keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing.